Hi, hey, and all those other greetings, Sped Adventurers. I'm Jake Spins, welcoming you guys back to my Gaming and Unboxing channel, where today we're gonna power through 50cc with Lightning Cup. That's right, I got in another lightning joke. Haha! And if you clicked off of the video, well, this is awkward. But if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoy. And if you do, don't forget to hit that like button and maybe subscribe for more of this. But anyway, though, let's jump into the Grand Prix 50cc. And weirdly enough, only character I haven't played as my main man Yoshi.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, so sorry.
My favorite Mario character, and I haven't played as him. This isn't really a playthrough until you play as Yoshi. Today, this becomes a playthrough. But right now, we have the Egg 1, which fairly famous Mario Kart DS kart. I mean, a fair amount of them are. But we also have the Yoshi Standard, which is a nice screen. It's also funny that it's YS. For DS, it's double screen. As for this, it's Yoshi's screen? Yoshi screams? Who knows? Who knows? But I think it's only fitting that we use the Egg 1, for Yoshi does not beat up his nice cars like Wario in the last episode. But today in the Lightning Cup, we have Choco Choco Island from SNES. One that is in Tour, and probably another one that I'm just not remembering. It's an SNES track, so it's nothing to write home about. But, you know, that's fine. Banshee Boardwalk from N64. I'm screaming on the inside. Sky Garden from GBA. Something I've seen in Custom Track, and honestly, it looks like a really pretty course, so I'm actually pretty excited for it. And Yoshi Circuit from Double Dash. One that I should be nostalgic by, but at this point, Nintendo's kind of killed my nostalgia for it, just because they've slapped it on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is fine. And then they put it in Tour, to which they had it be ranked a lot. Not as much as Dino Dino, so it's not completely destroyed my nostalgia. But now, we've got it here. So I guess it's a remake? We've seen a few of those, but we do have a few good DS ones in here. Because this is the DS. I meant to say GameCube ones, but I think it came out as DS because Double Dash, but then for some reason I said DS. Again, probably because we're on the DS. And I'm realizing very quickly, Yoshi is very slippery. Like, dude, he feels like how Luigi plays on platformers. And of course, I'm seeing those bumps, and my brain immediately goes, oh, dude, hit those. Get the automatic jumps, but we're not playing Tour. So, oh, they do give you a bit of speed. Oh, no, and then DK stole my item and pushed me off the side of the playground. This is why I stopped going on the monkey bars with DK, because he would always push me off and break my arm. And when I say always, I mean because he did it 3 times. And I didn't stop until the third one. Stop it! You're bullying me! I'm being bullied by this monkey! Oh, thank you, Plant Dad. Plant Dad on the sidelines just beat the crap out of DK for me. Plant Dad's a little bit violent, I'm not gonna lie, but he has my best interests at heart. Alright, I'm just gonna drop that there. Didn't really do anything, but will this? Okay, good. I was afraid it would hit one of Plant Dad's distant cousins, and that would have been very sad. Distant cousin Perry would have been very, very upset. He would have wanted an apology letter. My God, it's probably not a good thing that I'm trying to power through this right now, just because, like, now my words are just being super jumbled, and they have for the last few episodes. But I mean, right now it's 50cc, so we don't have to focus too hard. That being said, though, it is a Let's Play, and that is the last turn. And I didn't have a good shot. If I would have known, I would have tried a trick shot, which I seem to be decent at. Between this and Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing. Oh god, they have the ugly fish in this. That being said, though, I can actually see what I'm doing, unlike in the N64 version, where my TV was too dark to do so. I say as I immediately burn out. This is already going swimmingly. I'm playing as a character that's extremely slippery, so... Great. God, saying slippery with this pier, ugh, gives me flashbacks. Yeah, when I was younger, I was a part of a childhood group that essentially we'd go like camping and stuff, go with events with our parents and siblings, some friends and stuff. And we went on this boat. Now, I don't remember anything from the boat. Maybe it was from canoeing, because we used to do canoeing a lot. And I hated canoeing, mainly because my brother would get a little bit nervous and he would start rocking the boat accidentally. Or from him trying to help, I don't really remember. And then I would get scared because I'd be like, I don't want to fall in the river. Not because I don't like water, but because I don't want to be drifted away, because that's terrifying. But either way, though, I went to go off of the dock, and my friends were running on the dock. So, of course, naturally, I do. Now, if you don't know my channel by now, you might not know that I'm extremely clumsy and have terrible luck. And the pier was very sandy. Well, I slipped and skinned my knee. Yep, that was the first... That was the 5th grade. Okay, that was the first week of the 5th grade, also known as the worst year of school that I've ever had, which I don't want to go into, because that is traumatic for me. But, you know, it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, that's what it kind of reminded me of, which makes sense, because this is a stage that I do not have good memories of, because this stage alone... If you don't know, for my N64 playthrough, this is where I had a lot of trouble. And I spent hours on Banshee Boardwalk. I don't remember which CC, but it took me so long to finally complete it. I was on the floor of the family room, and I was upset, man. I was kicking and screaming, that upset. But, like, to age this, because you might be like, okay, Spins, you're an adult. Like, come on, man. You're throwing a tantrum over Banshee Boardwalk, really, dude? Which, you know what, fair enough for that age. But also, I was at least still a teenager. Like a young teenager, because we moved into this house 7 years ago. And it was the first capture card playthrough that I had done with the Elgato. Yeah, with this capture card. So yeah, I was like more mid-teens, but it's nicer to say pre-teens because then it doesn't make me seem as bad. But yeah, man, very bad memories. And then me and Brandon, when we tried to do some recordings of this not too long ago, we ran into pretty much the same problems with the course. So, for the most part, not a great track record. I say as we get first in this, which honestly, I'm okay with that. Perfectly fine getting first on Banshee Boardwalk. But the controls on this are definitely better than N64. It's fine if you don't agree with that. I definitely prefer them. And Banshee Boardwalk isn't super dark. Now, you might also be like, Spence, why don't you just turn up the brightness of your television? Well, the TV I was using, the remote doesn't work, so I physically couldn't. So that's why. No, if I ever do that N64 stuff with Mario Kart again, which I probably will because I just bought a Japanese copy of it, which kind of foolish for me to buy it and then never really use it. The TV that I have now, I know how to do the brightness. And for college stuff, I'm going to need to buy a new TV at some point because I don't want to bring this one because it's ironically going to be too big for the dorm. But also because I really don't want to bring a hefty TV and my best TV on the road where if something goes wrong, it can break. But like a different TV, if something happens, then I'm not going to be as butthurt about it because it's not going to be as expensive to replace. Granted, still don't want to break something like that, but you know. Oh, dude. Okay, that was very close. Also, gotta say, even though I'm not a big Super Circuit fan, Sky Garden is actually very pretty and really cool. This is probably, I'd be willing to say my favorite retro track out of all the ones here so far. It's very blissful, it's very cool, and it's very pretty. And just, it feels really good to drive on, too. They aren't going to bring it back, but man, if we could get a remix version of it, that would be fantastic. I would love that. Like how they did with Ribbon Road. Man, dude, a guy can dream. A guy can dream, because that would be amazing. But again, because they did for this game, they're definitely not going to do that. There are a few other tracks that I am very excited about, like Luigi's Circuit being here. It's a basic one, but my nostalgia carries it pretty far for it. And I mean, my memory is awful, so even though I just played all of these back to back, if you ask me, list all the retro tracks in this game, I wouldn't be able to. But I've only played it once so far. Once I play it more, I'm sure I'll remember more of it. And I'll have more opinions. I'm also sure during that stuff, I'll have less stories and more yelling and more upsets. But I'm okay with just breezing through stuff and just kind of telling some stories. All right, demake Yoshi Circuit. And this time it's a legitimate joke to say, because it actually is. And guys, I just saw Piranha Dad over on the sidelines. He came from Choco Choco. Let's go. Yo, can we get some hype for Piranha Dad? And his brothers are here too, like Pietro. And yes, I only know that name because of Avengers, which is also known as the movie that immediately killed Quicksilver and made a lot of Marvel fans upset. But for me, I'm not a Marvel comic fan, so not because I don't like it, just because I haven't read any Marvel comics. But for me, I'm just an MCU fan, so I wasn't too upset about it. It was very shocking, even when I watched it the third time. I say third time because the first time we watched it, there was a really bad storm, and we actually got blacked out for the power. Had to come back to rewatch it. And then the third time I watched it was recently, because I just wanted to rewatch a bunch of the MCU movies. And my mom hadn't seen Civil War yet, but I thought she had seen Ultron. She hadn't, so I decided to watch Ultron, and then I found out later. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll watch this a fourth time. That's fine. But yeah, they pretty much only have seen the Ant-Man movies. I guess the insect movies of the MCU. Because they've seen Ant-Man, they've seen Spider-Man, and most of the stuff that they've been in. They really liked Guardians, and by they I mean like my mom and my sister. And then they also really enjoyed Doctor Strange. Now the second Doctor Strange, I don't know if my sister will be able to watch that, because I've heard it's supposed to be like a horror movie base, and if that's the case, that's not going to be something that she wants to watch. For me, I'm a little nervous because I'm like, I'm not a horror guy myself. If it's the MCU, I'll watch it, which is also why I'm terrified about New Mutants, because I'm like, it's going to be a very big horror movie, and why? Why, guys? Why? I guess it's fitting that eventually they would have had to. Like, Ghost Rider would have been a... Yeah, Ghost Rider would have been a really good horror movie. I don't know why they didn't do that. But for my brother and my dad still needs to see Ant-Man and the Wasp. And a few other MCU movies, I think. I only need to see the Incredible Hulk movie. Only MCU movie I haven't seen, funny enough. And my brother, I think my brother's caught up. Yeah, I don't know if he's seen the Hulk movie, though. But, yeah. As long... Well, until Black Widow comes out. Because that's going to be something that we're probably not going to want to watch at theaters. And my brother and my mom are paying for Disney Plus. So probably not something where they're going to want to get the premiere thing. So we'll probably just wait till it comes on DVD, buy the DVD. Because I like having all the DVDs for it, even if you can stream it. There's just something nice about just having it just right off the bat, you know? Let's see. We got Daisy. That'll make my brother happy. But yeah, guys, that's Mario Kart DS. The entire playthrough. We're doing absolutely nothing else. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Of course, there's a lot of Mario Kart DS. So, what are my first impressions? I enjoy the game. Honestly, my first impressions during Mario Kart 7, because of 7, and because I was younger and wasn't as experienced with different control schemes, different games, I honestly thought DS was kinda meh. And I never gave it a shot. But, I mean, it controls really well. The characters are really cool. And the fact that you have each kart having a standard kart and a character-specific kart with karts that you can actually unlock, that's a really cool thing. And to be honest, this is a really solid lineup of courses. A lot of the N64 ones I was very nervous about. But to be honest, even those didn't really make me flinch that much in the end. Even Banshee Boardwalk wasn't that bad. Choco Choco Mountain wasn't that bad. I don't know if it's because the tracks were wider or if the controls are better or what it was, but it felt way nicer. The quote-unquote new courses here, again, because Mario Kart 8's out, and that is considered an old game by now because it's just turned 7. It's so weird to say. But, yeah, the new DS stages, tracks, I enjoyed a lot of those too. And I'm very excited to see more of them and see how it goes. Especially because I know once we start getting into the nitty-gritty, the 100cc, the 150cc, getting first place trophies might not be as feasible. But I'm hopeful. I am very hopeful. Now, the thing is, I don't remember if I mentioned this or not, but the Grand Prix will not be every single thing in this playthrough. I've decided that I want to do a structure similar to my Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing playthrough that I did a long, long time ago, where I went through the Grand Prix, did a bunch of the missions, went back, did a different CC for those Grand Prix, and then did another set of the missions. I feel like that way, it's a good divide. We both won't get burned out by all these Grand Prix. We'll have a bit of a difference, and then we're not just doing all the missions at the end. That being said, I don't know how many missions are actually in this game. But I guess that means we're both going to find out next time. Because in the next time, we're going to be jumping into the first mission mode. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button. Show us out without burning no love. Brother, mother, sister, father, iguana. And I'll see you guys then. Keep your toes safe. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you look over to the left, you can see the playlist for this series, as well as a fun video, and if you scroll your eyes over to the right, you can subscribe to the channel, as well as see a video from my archives, or some such thing that I've decided to put there. Anyway, though, hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys next time.